Alright everyone, let's finish this Odyssey. I don't even remember what it was about. Primary hour, there we go. Speaking of primary hours, I have 1.5 hours to do this. What happens if I don't, I hear you say? Well, nothing particularly, I just don't get as much sleep as I would personally prefer. Excuse me, and that would fucking suck. Oh, I like my sleep, man. But at the same time, I also like doing my own thing and having free time. I've had basically none of that today until now. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I was always doing things that I enjoyed, or I was at work and, you know, getting paid, which is something I enjoy getting. But, like, still, I've only now just had myself an allotment of free time throughout this whole day. So, essentially, woke up, got ready for work, went to work, started work at 7:30 in the morning, then work took a while. There was a bunch of problems. Once again, I don't know how I keep forgetting this, but I work with morons. So I've realized that. It's like I'm worse at... Maybe my workplace is an SCP, and every time I leave, I'm actually being given amnestics from the SCP Foundation in order to prevent me from leaving my toxic workplace and realizing how fucking stupid everybody is there. You know, because I always underestimate it and go, oh yeah, you know, they're not as bad as they could be. And then, you know, like fucking 10 seconds later, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're the worst people on the planet. But yeah, maybe I'm currently working at an SCP, or working inside of, I guess. Anyway, that's a completely different thought. But yeah, went to work 7:30. Worked up until, I think it was 4:17, roughly? Or I guess rather exactly. And then headed home, got home roughly 5. And then I was going out, obviously, it's Friday. It's, date night tonight. Every other Friday for me and the missus. So we went out and had some dumplings. And then by the time we were finished, it was like 8, I want to say. And then we got back. And then we had a nice chat for a while. And by that time, it was like 9:15, 9:20. And then I come in here. I haven't been keeping up with my daily login rewards on the Elder Scrolls Online, and it's currently the anniversary event, which is like the time to play if you ever play at all. Anniversary event is like peak in terms of rewards that everybody wants. And so I've already missed out on that a couple of days now, which fucking sucks. And so I grabbed my daily login reward as a bare minimum sort of thing. And now I'm here. If I manage to finish this somewhat early, I'm gonna go and do some more of the Elder Scrolls Online, but it's what? It's 9:30 now, and by the time it hits 11, I'm gonna need to go to bed, otherwise I'll wake up feeling like shit. Also, I got a bone to pick with sleeping today. I woke up this morning and I felt like shit. I felt like I had actually fallen asleep at like 1 a.m. and obviously gotten really shitty sleep. But I actually fell asleep at 11, my usual time I go to bed. And so I don't know why I was feeling that way. But I was pissed off because it meant I could have stayed up for 3 hours more and still felt the same way when I woke up, which is some bullshit. I want those hours back. Can we start a petition? Is there a way I can get those 3 hours back? Also, my room is a fucking mess, man. Like, damn. I need to clean some shit up. Genuinely. Like, it is not great. Could be so much better. Also, I forgot that Ben gave me lives back. Because I was thinking to myself earlier, like, didn't I lose lives on a previous map? Why do I have them? But yeah, that makes sense. Doom, boom, 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 boom. Do I want blowgen? Do I want blowgen? Do I want balloon Trojan virus? Well, I've already got it anyway, so... fucking blowgen. Do I want anything else? 63 might be annoying. Maybe I'll go for the crossbow master. Because at the moment we're sitting pretty in terms of camo detection, lead popping power. Even ceramics are struggling with all the crits. This is a surprisingly strong defense, these three. Because fucking everybody knows Ben's not contributing. Ben Jammin is in the house. Also, I wanna know other people's opinions on this potentially. Actually, for the most part, people don't really care. So I don't really care either. But I saw a cereal box today, and it was labeled "Totally Bran," right? I immediately walked past that and I said, I don't trust this. Why do I not trust this? Right? Because usually, if people are trying to get me to do something stupid, or they're trying to sell me something that's not what it actually is, they'll say the word totally, right? It's like, is this a safe thing to do? Oh yeah, man, totally safe. 100% safe. Definitely, you know, they'll do the oversell, and usually I'll hear the word totally when someone's trying to oversell something to me. I'm just like, suspicious, alarm bells going off sort of thing. And so when I read "Totally Bran" on the side of this fucking Bran box, I was just like, immediately, I was just like, nah, don't fucking trust this. It's not Bran. It's some sort of poisoned fucking rabbit food. I don't know. And of course, I immediately sent a text message to one of my friends at work being like, something fucking dodgy up with this. And they immediately responded with, why? And I was like, oh yeah, sometimes I'm a little crazy and it takes other people a bit more explanation. Like sometimes I'll just send a fucking message to one of my friends randomly being like, this is dodgy as fuck, and they'll be like, oh my god, you're so right. They'll just perfectly be on my wavelength. But then other times I'll send it and they'll just be like, why? Is there something wrong with it? And I'll just be there like, damn. Like the amount of times I've attempted to tell a joke at work, only for it to not land very well. Like, for the most part, they do. But, sometimes it's a bit of a reach. I've got to sort of adjust my, my jokes and humor towards whoever I'm telling it to. It's like today. One of my mates was making a joke because someone brought up the fact that, and I don't even know if this is true. I assume it is. I just don't intake a whole lot of social media or news in general, right? But anyway, someone somehow brought up the topic that O.J. Simpson is dead, right? And then one of my mates at work made the joke of like, well, I hope they make sure his coffin fits him, right? And me, like, don't get me wrong, I did have some knowledge about his trial and his case and whatever and how he fucking won it and all that shit, right? I did have some info on that, but that just didn't click in my head. And so I was just like, what do you mean, I hope it fits? Is he shaped like an orange juice? Is that why he got the name? I genuinely thought that and asked that, and he was just like, no, you fucking idiot, the glove. Oh, and I was just like, okay, well, I appear to be wrong. Let's do this. I like that. And then we will also do this. Cool. Boomerang and Dart Monkey, best friends for life. Or at least until I want to get rid of them. Boom. And you know, there were problems at work today. And there was one main problem. But it's annoyed me so much that I'd rather not bring it up and talk about it. To give you the rundown, I work with idiots that think that they're always the best at what they do and they're never wrong. And when it comes to figuring out why something went wrong, they all point fingers at each other. And I'm the only one that can look at things objectively and go, that's wrong, this should have been done, it wasn't done, that's the problem. And it's fucking stupid because I had nothing to do with that situation in the first place. I had a completely separate job that didn't require me to interact with any of those parties whatsoever. And it's honestly kind of annoyed me. Because now everybody's ego has inflated. Because everybody's been like, no, this person's at fault. And they've all passed it on. So they think I did the right thing in this situation, and then they feel really fucking smug about it. And then inevitably, I'm gonna watch them fuck up massively. And it'll be so great to see their ego get put back in its place. This is double HP mobs, huh? Which means I need this turbocharge to be ready for round 40. Alright. Let's do it then. Oh, but you know what? Tomorrow's gonna be great. Tomorrow's gonna be great because here's my lineup for what's gonna happen tomorrow. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna do all my usual early morning shit that I need to do, right? I'm gonna be on box making. Box making, easiest fucking job in the world. On a Saturday, even easier, right? I crush box making. Which is kind of scary because we've got like 4 box makers in total. 2 of them reliably show up to work. That is me and another person. And I'm typically needed elsewhere. So the other person is typically the one that's on it, like, most of the time. But the other person's, like, in certain circumstances, half my speed. Let's just see how we do without the ability first. I think we might have a good chance here, actually. Damn. Fucking hell. I did not expect that shit to work, but damn, Team Crit Hits and Turbocharge just crushed that. What the fuck? This is double, yeah, okay. Wow, I'm impressed as fuck. Well played. Anyway, like I said, box making, piss easy for me. I do it very quickly. And tomorrow especially should be super easy, breezy, beautiful. Right? Because typically there's low numbers. The line moves very fast. Although if my boy doesn't show up tomorrow, like he didn't do today because he was feeling sick the other day, then we might crawl a bit more than we normally would on a Saturday, which would suck. So hopefully he's feeling much better now. But yeah, one of my mates the other day after work had finished didn't bother to bring this up earlier, but I'm glad he brought it up at all, right? As he was leaving, he was like, "Oh, if I'm not in tomorrow, I'll probably be at the hospital," type thing. Why are we lagging? We shouldn't be lagging. We've literally been fine right up until now. There is no reason to be lagging. But yeah, he was just like, "Oh, if I'm not in tomorrow, I'll probably be at the hospital." And I was like, "Oh, shit. Is everything alright?" And then they said they've been feeling pretty nauseous lately. They're a bit gassy. And they've been having headaches. And I was just like, "Oh shit, well, you know, make sure to contact someone and let them know the second you know that you won't be available for tomorrow, so that we can, like, you know, not take you off the roster, but try and find someone to fill in for you," type thing. And so he was just like, "Yeah, all good." And then he didn't show up today, so I'm like, "Oh, well, I hope he's feeling better now." Because he is an absolute legend when it comes to speed on the line. He fucking crushes it. Yeah, I get the feeling the game's a bit interesting at the moment. For some reason, this and this don't really line up in my mind. Yeah, wow. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna potentially start closing some applications because this shit is it even still recording? That's a good question. Alright, Google Chrome, fuck off. You're eating up RAM. Discord, also fuck off. Are we better now? Are we back? Usually I will close some of that shit, but yesterday it seemed fine, so I figured it would be today as well. I guess I'm wrong. I want a glue gunner? Yeah, we'll chuck a glue gunner in there. Try and go for some extra damage. But yeah, if my boy is with us tomorrow and he's feeling much better, that's great. And the day's gonna go super fucking quickly. If not, it'll go slightly slower. Which will be annoying. But then immediately after work, Pokemon Go Mega Heracross Raid Day. Which means from the hours of 2 till 5 PM, Mega Heracross will essentially show up at every gym. And everybody gets 5 extra free raid passes on that day. So you're essentially just invited to do 5 Mega Heracross raids, which is dope, because I don't even have a Heracross. So getting 5 of them is sweet as. Plus it guarantees me the Mega Energy to evolve it. Even better. I reckon once we get the balloon solver, we'll be finished with this map. And then it's only the final map to deal with, which I can't fully remember. Is it another brick? I think it's another brick. Because I looked at it and I remembered thinking, oh, that's not terrible, but it's not great. You know? Cracked is great. But another brick, eh. It walks the line. It definitely walks the line. Is it just me, or is money not pouring in as fast? How much you making, Ben? 250? Okay, okay. Income increased to 1,000 per round. Ah, so they did update him. There we go. Look at that. Between videos, they've updated the game. 80 bucks, 120 instead of 80. And then 250 per round, 1,000 per round, 2,500 per round, and boom. 5 grand per round. That's actually, like, kind of insane when you think about it. If I buy this now, in 10 rounds, it'll have paid for itself. If I buy it now, in 6.6 rounds, it'll have paid for itself. You know, like, that's wild to think of. I'm going to do it. There's such a big step up from 250 to 1,000 every round. That shit's crazy. Ben's paying for his own college education. I love it. I'm really glad they're buffing Ben. That is so nice. Yeah, I think I'll just get the balloon solver and then call it a day, eh? And there it is. This round will do it. Bang. Alright, Ben, the rest of your money is just gonna go straight back into you. So, you know, make as much as you can. It really would be cool to see how good Ben is in the late game now. Because 5,000 per round is actually insane. Like, that is on par with some 5th tier shit. I really want to see what more professional players than me think of that change. Be interesting to see the stats as well. Like, viable income strategies. Ooh. Okay, well, I don't want to buy this one. But at the same time, you know, it's looking like I may as well. We don't have many rounds left anyway. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be great. Work. Mega Heracross raid day. Home. Fucking relax. Sunday I'll have to do some shopping. So I can't really relax on Sunday. Oh, I will be able to in the afternoon, but... yeah. And then Monday's gonna be a pain in the ass at work, so no relaxing there. Oh my god, I just realized I haven't played Hearthstone at all this week. That fucking sucks. Ooh. Is that a thing that can happen? Can I get 10 more lives here? I don't think that's the case. But Ben's text says technically I could get 10 more lives. Nope, didn't think so. Odyssey restrictions, am I right? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Alright, another brick. But it is also, and quite frequently is, the last brick. Okay, so just no monkey knowledge. That's fine by me, buddy. Think you got me beat just because you say no monkey knowledge? I was born in the monkey knowledgeless lifestyle. Molded by it. I didn't see a monkey knowledge point until I get really fucking pissed off with the Odyssey. Wow. Boomerang's just crushing it. Wonder if there's a strategy to speed level up Benjamin then. For massive amounts of money. I mean, I'm gonna try and get him as soon as I can, so I may as well chuck him out. Yeah, before round 10, that works. Not that, you know, anything after round 10 wouldn't work, but I feel like it works better if it's beforehand. There you go. That's alright, I'll censor your face, don't worry. Secret's safe with me, Ben. Look at us perfectly leaving like a handful of reds. Aren't we just so kind and thoughtful? Yeah, I don't know why, but I thought putting the boomer here would be really good. Tis not. I expected it to, like, throw one and have it curve around, like, here. Nope. I forgot that I give him extra accuracy, so his throwing skills are not up to scratch. Maybe if I make him throw the other way? Slightly better? I don't know. Just a guess. Nah, then he's chasing. I hate chasing. You gotta be leading the target. Camos. Oh yeah, there's also this new person at our workplace, and I really feel bad for her already, because essentially the last person that worked in her position recently quit because our company's doing his head in, and I completely understand and respect that. But the reason the company was doing his head in was because he was doing what seemed like the equivalent of 5 people's jobs constantly, and the person they've hired to replace him does 1/5 of those jobs. So essentially the jobs of one person, which you might think, hey, that's a really good thing. But no, it's not. Because first of all, 4/5 of the jobs are still not done, and they're just being passed on to other people that have other shit to do anyway. So their plates are getting even more full. And then on top of that, the 1/5 that has been filled by the new person joining up is the 1/5 that 2 years in a row now has been made redundant when other people occupied that role. So, you know, if times get tough, they're the first to fucking go. I didn't want to tell them that, and I haven't told them that, but it never looks good for the people in that role. Ooh. And boom, we can now kill a Moab. Oh, you know what will work? Something like this. Something like that will work out very nicely, I reckon. Only on round 38? Come on, you lot. Speed it up. Get the lead out. Right. We're gonna go for this crossbow master. We're gonna essentially just try and cram all of our defense right up at the start. As much as we can, so that we can just sort of like kill everything the second it enters. Because on cracked, goddamn, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that took a while. And there was only like a handprint size space between the start of the map and the start of our defense. It took so much longer than I thought it actually would. OBS is recording the right thing, right? Okay, cool. Because I do still have some other tabs open, but like, not the ones that are drastically draining the fucking megabytes from my computer. If that makes sense. Yeah, I should probably keep an eye on these waves, huh? This is when things start to get a little bit scary. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, I remember this part being fucking annoying. Haha. Boom. Just in time. Okay, here's the plan. This is the plan, part 1. Right. I think we all know that and recognize that from the last time. I don't care about bank hack. Yeah, I don't care about bank hack. I don't really care about siphon funding. I'm really just waiting for it to say, get $1,000 at the end of each round. And then I'm gonna start handing out my cash money. Straight to Benjamin. When's that say it? Ooh, next level up. Beautiful. You know, my mum makes me the same thing for lunch every single day at work. Or at least she did, right? Where she'd make me a peanut butter sandwich and give me a muesli bar. And that would be all I'd eat for lunch. And don't get me wrong, I would happily make my own lunch. But I think because I'm the youngest child, and I have not yet left home, don't get me wrong, second youngest is still here too. Nothing wrong with that, especially in this fucking economy. But yeah, I suspect because I'm the youngest, and she is retired. I don't know, it makes me feel like she's like happy to do it because she's looking for something to do, if that makes sense. It's an awful lot of yellows. And so, you know, despite me being completely capable of doing it myself, I still feel like she still wants to do it for me. which I am a-okay with. Because honestly, despite my capabilities of doing it myself, I probably just wouldn't do it. Like, well, maybe that's why she fucking does it for me, is because she's worried that that would happen. It absolutely would. She'd be right if that was the case. But yeah, like, all throughout a good chunk of high school, as well as a good chunk of my days studying at TAFE, I did not bring any sort of recess or lunch at all. You know, like, in high school I used to, and then something happened and I just stopped. Don't even remember what happened, but yeah, just stopped happening. And so, you know, I'd rock up to high school at like 7 something in the morning, finish at like 3 or 4, and then I'd head home and have dinner. That was essentially like my second meal of the day. Just skip out lunch completely. Weirdly enough, it never even really occurred to me. Also, we were very late to the party with this one. I forgot all about it, honestly. Oh well. I guess we can try for a permacharge, but I don't think we'll be able to afford it in time. But yeah, I've spent many years not having myself a lunch at high school. Oh. Definitely not one at uni, and then also not really one at TAFE either. But yeah, it's not like I needed it. I feel like I had something to add on to that small story, but I can't remember it now. Oh well. Man, I'm getting tired. What time is it? Ooh, 10:02. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have an hour to spend on the Elder Scrolls Online today, which is great news. It's actually great news. Would you believe it? Let's get a crit hit sniper crossbow thing to celebrate. Are we still thingy? Oh god, yep, that's a thing. I knew I was forgetting something. I just couldn't remember or picture what it was. Camo detection. Much better. Anyway, I know my day tomorrow is gonna go well. Because it's Saturday, and Saturdays always go well. As I was saying earlier. Keep using that ability, but it's not useful on camo balloons. But anyway, considering we're getting to the end of this Odyssey, let's try and speedrun the ending, shall we? Where we're not even at the finish screen yet, but I'm already saying that we've won because we fucking have. Anyway, this has been the Primary Hour Odyssey. Very nice and chill Odyssey so far. I like it. I like the premise. I've had a few gripes about it in the part 1, but other than that, it's been good. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. These are our lovely rewards that we got. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.